So we started implementing core code in Rust. Of course, implementing something in a completely new language is not as easy as if you have a lot of experience with that language, but our progress is surprisingly good, I would say. We already started with more advanced stuff, and sometimes we get into issues that we wouldn't have with JavaScript, but the compiler of Rust is really good and tells you what you did wrong, and it really prevents you from doing bad stuff, basically. So it's actually, I like it. Yeah.
Oh, no, Kurt wanted to do it. Right, Kurt? I'm just gonna get some coffee.
No. Take him.
Okay, so I've been working on this part of the project with some very small things on the Rust implementation, and now looking into the concurrency model we want to use. Basically, before we only had we use what Node.js provided us, which is very limited, and now we have a lot of options of how to manage concurrency. We can have threads, and how those threads communicate between each other, and how many of every aspect and stuff like that. So I'm looking into that to eventually maybe discuss a design between everybody in the team. Learning surf. I'm also learning surf. I'm not that good at it, but I may get better at it if I keep trying.
The network performance really improved. Right now, actually, we're seeing a slight decrease in number of connections, but that's not that uncommon. So sometimes they decrease, sometimes they increase. But in any case, the seed nodes are just handling their load perfectly. And what I'm doing right now is to prepare the instructions for the community, that they can deploy their own seed nodes, and how do we do that? What's the best practice? Best practice, not bad practice. Best practice. And and I'm working on an automatic build setup for us.
There's actually even a service for Windows machines on the cloud that is specifically done so that you can use it to CI to test, builds on Windows.
Okay.
So it should work.
Should we use that, or should we take our own? So actually,
that's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it depends on, because if you use that service, then you have one extra service that you need to manage, but then you have one less virtual machine that you need to manage. So
yeah, right. We would need to install updates. And so right now we're using all trusted infrastructure to build the packages, and we're just using another cloud service.
You're right.
That's not good.
That's a very good point, because right.
We create them, we build, and we destroy them.
Exactly.
And when we recreate them, then they are basically created from scratch with
with
all
no
new
state.
Security. Yeah, there's nothing to maintain.
Exactly, that's what I mean, but that will be at the virtual machine level, not at the container level. But still you get the same effect, it's just slower, but same thing.
Entonces tiene una carpeta que se llama JavaScripts.
Ajá. O sea, sí pareciera ser como que HTTPS no apunta a los mismos archivos que HTTP.
Jeff just helped me with a problem that I had pushing the new Nimiq community site, and that was driving me crazy, and he helped me and he fixed it in like 10 minutes. So I'm very happy about that, because I was working in that the end of the afternoon and for a couple of hours, and I couldn't find what it was, but now I do. So I'm very happy.